The only difference between these two coins is a simple LightBurn layering technique. Let me show you how it's done. To explain how this works, I want to break it down into a 3-step process that's going to build up to our final goal. Let's start with the most basic. Over here in LightBurn, on the right-hand side, I have a tool layer set, which is going to represent the engravable area of my coin. And on the left-hand side, I have a graphic. Now, the most basic type of engraving that you could do would be to take our subject, place it into our engraving area, and run this file. It's one graphic, one layer. Let's take a look at what it looks like. That was cool and all, but after running a bunch of these simple engravings, you might want to spice things up a little bit, and that's when we graduate to level 2. In level 2, we're going to be adding a background design to our coin, and to do that, I'm going to introduce a new graphic here, and this is what I'm going to set as my background. So step number 1, I'm just going to place my background inside of my boundary there in my tool layer. And step number 2, we are going to pull our subject on top of our background. Just to make this a little bit easier to see, I'm going to change his layer color to green. And you can just pop him on top of the background. So as of right now, you cannot run this file. The layers will run over top of each other and it'll look like a complete mess. First thing we have to do is offset our Mario character. So I'm going to select the Mario character, come up to Tools, Offset Shapes. For my offset distance, I'm going to set a value of 0. I don't want any outline. Direction outward, corner style round, and then options, outer shapes only, select resulting objects, and optimize simplify results. With that still selected, I'm going to hold down Shift, click on my background. So now I have 2 things selected. I have my offset selected and my background. Now we need to run a Boolean operation. So I'm going to come up to Tools, Boolean Assistant. So starting with union, that's not what I want. Intersection, it's definitely not what I want. Subtract A minus B, not what I want. Subtract B minus A, this looks good because we have our subject and we have our background and there are no overlapping areas. It looks like our Mario is punched out of the background and that's what we need. And at this point, we now have 2 separate layers, our Mario and our background. You could set 2 different engraving values for these if you wanted to, but we don't need to do that for this stage because this is all going to be the same surface level engraving. So what I'm going to do is select my green Mario, move him back to the black layer. So now everything is black. And again, when I run this file, there's only going to be 1 layer, but 2 graphics. Let's run it, take a look. Time for level number 3. And our goal here is to set up our file in a way that our background is recessed. It's physically lower in our coin than our subject is. It's not giving an illusion of depth. It's giving actual depth using flat vector files. And to do that, I use what I call the shovel layer method. But before we get into that, we have to create our design. So I'm going to be using the same exact background as I used in the previous level. Align that with my tool layer there. And for my Mario, I upgraded him a little bit. I added a couple coins around him. I'm going to show you why in a second. And to better illustrate this, I'm going to change the background color of my, I'm going to change the color of my background image there so it's a little bit easier to see what's going on. And now I can pull my Mario on top of my file there, my background. And this is very similar to what we did in the previous level. From there, we did an offset and we cleared out the background space and then we were ready to engrave. But I did want to add a little something to this design before we move on, just to show you that when you're creating subject graphics that are going to be raised up at the top, they don't all have to be connected to your main graphic. You can have little things floating around everywhere if you do it the right way. So here I'm going to add a couple more coins into my design here. I'm going to put one down here. If you do want to do something like this, you want to add some random things floating around your subject, you're going to want to make sure that everything is correctly joined together before you move on to the next step. So you have to do this 2 at a time. So I'm going to select my coin, hold down Shift and select my Mario, Tools, Boolean Union. And then again, I'm going to do that. I'm going to select my other coin, hold down Shift, select my Mario, Tools, Boolean Union. So now LightBurn considers all of those as one shape. That's very important before you move on. Next step, similar to level 2, we have to create an offset and run that Boolean operation that removes the background. So first thing I'm going to do is just, I'll leave it as is for now. So I'm going to select my Mario, Tools, Offset Shape. This time I am going to add an offset distance, but just a small one. So it gives a little outline of my shape around my background. So I'm going to go with 0.2. That sounds like a good number. 0.1. That sounds even better. So all of my settings are going to be the exact same under that. Outwards, round, outer shapes only, select resulting object, and optimize simplify results. The only difference is my offset distance is now 0.1. I'm going to hold down Shift while the offset is still selected. Select my background, Tools, Boolean Assistant. Make sure subtract is the one that I want. It looks right. And then click OK. So now this looks exactly the same way as it did for level 2. Next step, we have to create what I call the shovel layer. And I call it the shovel layer because it acts as a giant shovel that's going to engrave away our background before we actually lay down our background graphics. So what's going to happen is we will engrave our subject at the top. Then we run our shovel layer to remove material in the coin. And once we get to a depth that we like, we then run our background so that it engraves it as a recessed area. And to do that, it's really simple. We basically do the exact same process that we just did. So what I'm going to do is create another layer, another fill layer here, whoops, of a circle that's the exact same size as our engraving background there. So I have the tool layer here, which is 36.75 millimeter by 36.75 millimeter. I want this to be the exact same thing. Now, what I'm going to need to do is insert this into this area here. But before I do that, I'm going to group my subject and my background here just to make sure that they stay together. And now I'm going to pull my shovel layer on top. I'm going to select all of these and I'm going to hit the bullseye here. Now, I don't want this layer on the top here, so I'm going to bring it up here in the layer order just to get a better idea of what we're looking at. So for the time being, we don't need to see our background. So that gray area, we don't need to see that right now. So, but first thing I'm going to do is ungroup everything. So I'm going to right click, ungroup. And then I'm going to come up here in the layers panel and turn off the show. So I only see the shovel layer, the pink, and Mario. What I'm going to do is run through the exact same process with our offset and our Boolean subtract. I'm going to select Mario, Tools, Offset. Very important that you keep the same exact offset that you use. So I used 0.1. I'm going to use 0.1 again. While it's still selected, hold down Shift, click on the shovel layer. So they're both selected. Tools, Boolean Assistant, subtract. Doesn't matter if it changed the color. We'll change it right back. I'm going to select that shovel layer. I'm going to move it back to that pink. And now we have what looks like very similar to our level 2. We have our Mario cut out. So now if I bring our background back, we now have 3 layers here. We have our Mario, we have our shovel layer, which is cut out. And then we also have our background layer, which is cut out the exact same way. First, we're just going to engrave our subject. So that's our Mario. In that case, I'm going to turn off the output for my shovel layer. I'm going to turn off the output for my background layer. I only have my tool layer, which I'm going to use for framing, and my Mario engraving. So let's go run that now. With our subject engraved, now it's time to run our shovel layer. So I'm going to turn off the output for my engraving layer and then turn on the output for my shovel layer. As far as the amount of passes goes, I recommend doing at least whatever you did for your engraving, for your subject engraving. So I did 50 passes for my subject engraving. I'm going to want to do at least 50 for my shovel, but preferably more. So I'm actually going to bump that up to 100. I'm going to double it. So my shovel layer is going to engrave deeper below where my actual subject layer is engraved. So let's run that now. All right, shovel layer done. Now it's time to lay down our background engraving. So I'm going to turn off the output for my shovel layer, and I'm going to turn the output on for my background layer. Let me just move this down so you can see what's going on here. All right, so output for our subject is off, output for our shovel layer is off, and the output for our background is on. As far as passes goes, this is up to you. If you want to keep going for a lot of depth, I'm actually just going to do, I think, 80 passes. So my subject, I did 50. For my shovel, I did 100. And for my background, I'm going to do 80. So let's run that and we'll take a look. Before we check out the finished coin, quick plug. If you're watching this and you're interested in learning how to use a fiber laser with LightBurn like we're doing in this video, but you're not really sure where to start, I've got you covered. I put together a LightBurn crash course specifically for fiber lasers called Fiber Laser Ignite. We cover the fundamentals and I walk you through a series of real engraving projects to get you up and running. So the next time you hear a word like Boolean operator, your eyes don't roll into the back of your head. The course is currently on sale, and if you want to check it out, there is a link in the video description below. All right, back to the video. And here's a look at our finished coin. After engraving, I tossed it in my magnetic tumbler for about a half hour and applied some brass black to darken the recessed areas. You can see compared to the previous example, we have these multiple levels of depth, which I think gives the coin a more interesting vibe. Using the shovel layer method will tack on some extra time to your engraving job, but on the positive side, it's really simple to set up in LightBurn if you want to give it a try. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll catch you next time.